Yep, I had to use my nose to work my camera phone. Alright, we're gonna do some equalizing. Click. Progress report. Good news. This hive, that was queenless, or so I thought, has a mated queen in it now. Which means last time I was out here, she was in there and I just didn't see her, or she was on a mating flight, because she started laying eggs from the brood that we saw in there, like, what I say, a day, like the day I left to go to camp or whatever. So 10 days ago, she was laying eggs or close to it. This one's got 2 frames of brood. This one's got 3 or 3.5, just 3. Three. So check these other ones out real quick, see what they got going on. That's all done. So my littlest hive that was out here is now the biggest hive. Go figure, right? We labeled everybody according to the amount of brood frames that they have. They've got 4. I mean, they had a ball of bees in there, like maybe the size of my fist, before I gave them 2 frames of cap brood 10 or 12 days ago. And now there's like 6 frames of bees in there and 4 frames of brood. It's amazing. That's a 3, 2.5er, a 3, and then a 2, which I was kind of surprised that this one only had 2, because this one was really about the biggest one I brought out here whenever I got this yard going. I think they had like 6 frames of bees, but I think what happened was a bunch of them died. Yeah, sorry, I have to use my nose to operate this thing. I got my gloves on still, but I think a bunch of them died during the spring turnover. So, on to the next yard, y'all. Gotta love this time of year. It's like 70 degrees today, and the bees are loving it too. Back to the timber yard. Do an experiment. See how their behavior is with these gloves on. I don't know if I'm going to keep them on or not. Everybody is busy. Real nice and busy. Really nice. I think I'll start with the ornery hive first. See how they behave. Get my gloves to work here. On gloves. So last yard, I think they were bringing in a little bit of nectar, maybe not a ton, but the things that are in bloom right now are Bradford pears, dandelions. Let's see what else. Red buds are just starting to bloom. Willow trees, they're getting willow pollen off the willow trees. Maples. So there's resources for sure, because they're ignoring the food that I've been trying to give them for the past 2 weeks or whatever. But you guys remember I had that feed up here for them for the past month or so, and they've ignored it long enough that it started molding, so I'm going to get rid of it. Let the critters have it. And then, last time I was out here and checked on this feeder, it still had a whole lot of protein powder in here, and it is completely gone now, so that's good news. That means that all got converted into brood, which means more bees. So this guy here is going to go up on the top. That way when it rains, it'll hopefully rinse all that nastiness off of it. We don't want sick bees. Brood disorder is the last thing you want in the springtime. So, put some weight back up there. Alright, let's start working on our bees. See if I get stung or not, eh? So today's goal is possible equalizing, queen checks, and counting brood frames, so we know how much time we have before we have to add a second box, basically. Last yard, I'm going to say probably 2 weeks from now, they need a second box after seeing the brood count. But out here, at the timber yard, they always get started sooner. I don't know if it's just in their genes or if it's their location or what, but there's probably going to be a whole lot more bees in here than the last time I was here. I'm guessing anyway. We'll find out. Alright, show you guys what we did here. You can see 4 of them got a second deep with some comb in it. The rest of them all have about 2 to 3 frames of brood in them. Looking really healthy, lots of food. That very first one on the end I started with was the lightest one, but they still have a whole bunch of sugar on top with the sugar board, so they're good to go. So yeah, growing bees, baby. This first hive had 4.5 frames of brood in it, including a frame of drone brood. So everything is on the up and up. Now we're gonna go look at some flowers back here in the woods that have been there for probably 200 years. I'll show you guys here in a second. Y'all ready for this? Check it out. Ta-da! That's it. Just kidding. Check it. So we're in the middle of the timber, and there's daffodils everywhere where this old schoolhouse used to be. Just all over the place, kind of randomly, but there's like carpets of them over here by what we call the twin chimneys. So you can kind of see through there. That's all that's left of, wasn't it a schoolhouse? Mm-hmm. Back in, gosh, I don't even know, the 1800s. Yeah. Probably early to mid 1800s. We've actually dug up some of these and taken them home. They're real pretty. You never know they're here either. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, the loggers dropped a tree top and left it right on the road. They used to be able to drive through here, kind of covered up some of them. Back in here, off the road, closer to where the chimneys are, like I said, it's just a blanket of greenery in early spring. Sometimes you can actually see, yeah, like looky here. You can see where possibly deer have laid down on them because they're soft to lay on. They're all laid down flat. So, pretty cool. I love springtime. There's one of the chimneys right there. Several hundred bulbs in here come up every year. All the way over there past that log. All the way through here. And there's like none of them are planted in straight lines either. It's kind of weird how they're dispersed through here. Makes me wonder how they propagate themselves, or if they do at all, or whatever. But there's one of the chimneys, like I said. And then here's what's left of the other one. Kind of just a pile of rocks now, but however, some of these trees, a lot of these trees in here are black locust trees. And if you're a beekeeper and you know what black locusts are, that means honey. So that's good news for us. There's a ton of them on this property too that are mature, like 10 to 22 inch trees all over the place, mixed in with other hardwoods. So it's pretty productive. Anyways, I'll check y'all later. Bye. One more thing, forgot to tell you guys. Starting to swell up. Got stung 2 times. Same hand. First 2 stings of the season. That's what I get for trying to go semi-commando on my hand pro. Anyways, see you guys.